What's up, YouTubers? So before we get started with this video, on First Take, we're going to be talking about has Kevin Durant surpassed LeBron James as being the best player in the world. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Speaking of LeBron, guys, a lot of folks say he's still the best player in the league, that the torch
Not anymore.
has not been passed yet. So that's where we go with this next debate. So after scoring the most points ever in a Game 7, has Kevin Durant, I'm looking at you, sir, officially passed LeBron James as the
Yes, he has.
best player in the NBA right
Molly, not yet.
now? Okay?
He got to win that chip. He got to win that championship.
Kevin Durant already has a couple rings.
And they came up short, just like LeBron and the Lakers came up short this season. So LeBron still has the edge on those championship rings. So I would say not yet. But I tell you, I was just taken back, and I've never seen a guy perform like KD did in that Bucks series, and just like he was doing it from everywhere. So I was very impressed with KD. He's one of my favorite all-time players, and the way he can score, where he can score from, is just amazing. And I would say this. You know how the torch is being like this? Like
In the Olympics, the pass, they got to work on that turn.
And KD is like, got his arm out, waiting on it. And let me just bring this up.
LeBron turning.
Exactly.
That's the
Let me just bring this up. It's just like Larry Bird and I, we were on the bus.
That's right.
We were on the bus.
That's exactly what I was going to bring up. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No.
tell it.
Somebody can tell it like you. That's exactly what I was doing. It's yours. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I had this
You make me mad now.
I need yours.
So we're on the bus. And Michael Jordan looks at me, looks at Larry, and says, "There's a new sheriff in town."
That's right. After practice.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I said,
Stephen A. Smith's acting like he was there on the bus when MJ told Magic and Larry Bird what time it was. But anyways, I think Kevin Durant is the best player in the world, and he's definitely better than LeBron James. I think he surpassed LeBron James in the finals a couple years ago when he shot his eye out. So definitely I think Kevin Durant is the best player in the world at this point in time, even though he's not playing, which sounds like a contradiction. But I think he's the best player in the world.
uh-oh.
That's right.
He was right.
And he was right.
He was right.
Yes, sir.
And this KD is looking right now. Go ahead.
I've said this to Max on several occasions. So it's the first year KD arrived in Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Previous year they had lost in Game 7. OKC, Golden State. They beat LeBron in the finals, whatever. Actually, LeBron beat them in the finals that year. The next year, KD is going up against LeBron. And the first basket of the game, money, KD scores. KD goes like this and spreads his arm out wide like, let's go. And what I was saying to Max is I said, in basketball parlance, that's when you saying to a guy, I'm here now.
Yeah.
See, you had me when I had the other crew. But now I got a crew like you do.
Yeah, but Kevin Durant's old crew was with Russell Westbrook, and Russell Westbrook's notoriously hard to play with. I mean, he's a ball hog, and he has a little basketball IQ. And don't get me wrong, Russell Westbrook is an absolute baller, but he has those issues, which is why he had to leave OKC while playing with a bunch of other different superstars. He was never able to get it done.
Now it's me and you in KD's mind. Now it's me and you. And that series, even though LeBron averaged a triple-double with 32 points, triple-double, and he was sensational.
Yeah.
I constantly remind folks, KD averaged 35 on 53% shooting. Brother wasn't playing. And what I'm saying to you is this. I'm partial to offense. I know how great LeBron is. LeBron has a better resume. KD got some work to do to catch LeBron's resume.
Right.
But I'm talking talent. Mm-hmm. And when I look at the offensive talent of Kevin Durant, and I think about those 38,000 points that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored, I look at one guy in this league that if he sat up there and said, you know what, I feel like, I think I'm going to catch this record. If he decide, I just think I'm going to catch this record, he's going to do it. Because he's just that unstoppable. To be the sniper that he is at 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan, who can finish at the free
Let me say this real quick because we're going to run out of time.
Yeah, so I definitely think that Kevin Durant could definitely be the all-time scorer by the time he retires. I just don't think it's in his nature to do that. Kevin Durant's not a selfish player. He's a good team player. He's not necessarily like LeBron James, who would go after a record like that. But I definitely think if Kevin Durant was selfish, and if he wanted to, he can definitely be the all-time scorer if he wanted to. But like I said, it's not in his nature. Just like it's not in his nature to be the alpha male, vocal leader of the team. That goes more to a Kyrie Irving or a James Harden. But there's nothing wrong with that. Kevin Durant's more of a lead by showing you how to do it versus being vocal. I'm sorry. He could definitely take care of business. He could definitely be the all-time scorer, but it's just not in his nature.
Real quick. So I'll put it, what's real barbershop talk? It's basketball and boxing for the most part, right? So let me make this barbershop for you.
No, Max. We talk football too, all right? And a little bit of baseball. We cover the big three in barbershops. And definitely we talk about football.
Sure. LeBron had the undisputed title. There was no dispute to his claim, right?
Yeah.
It's like Tyson Fury when he beat Klitschko. He's the undisputed champ. Then he went away for a while and Anthony Joshua was coming up, right? Now there's a dispute. Whoever you think is champion, there's a dispute at least, right? LeBron, the title has not been taken, but there's a dispute. KD, the way he just played, has a legit dispute, has a legit claim that, hold on, I'm number one, and LeBron's going to have to go out and defend the title again next year. It's up for grabs. He's not the undisputed champ anymore like he was. I thought he outplayed KD in that first series with Golden State.
Oh, you're tripping, Max.
In Cleveland.
I think you're right. Now there is a debate where before there was never a debate.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting next year for both of them, right? Can we finally see LeBron and the Lakers against Brooklyn and the Nets? Because we thought we were going to see that this season. But what has happened this season has been great for basketball. Atlanta Hawks, new teams, new superstars. Now Trae Young is a superstar, not a star anymore. Devin Booker is a superstar, not a star anymore. So this has been great for the league.
Markets like Milwaukee, a lot of teams we didn't expect.
And then let's give him
Why is Marley interrupting Magic Johnson? I mean, that's a little out of control right there.
love. Because the Greek Freak is a different player than he was the last couple playoffs. He finally understands what he has to do to be effective when they build that wall against him. And Chris Middleton, let's give him love. That guy is real at closing the games for the Milwaukee.